What are your goals for this year? I bet you want a great start to your homeschool day. And in this podcast, we discuss ways to take control of the chaos or schedule overload and enjoy a successful day every day.
This is a production of the Ultimate Homeschool Radio Network. Welcome to the Vintage Homeschool Mom Show. Your host, Felice Gerwitz, is an author, a publisher, and your radio show host. She will encourage, educate, and inspire you with answers to your most pressing questions from homeschool, marriage, parenting, and much more. Felice loves to equip moms to live a Christian life because every moment counts. Be sure to visit her website at mediaangels.com. And here's your host, Felice Gerwitz.
Today, we are going to have some fun. I'm going to give you some key points and have you take a quick quiz to get you started. In a world where education is key, finding the right math program for your kids is crucial. And that's where CTC Math steps in. This isn't just another math program, it's a comprehensive math curriculum covering everything from K to 12. What sets it apart? The video tutorials. They're not just educational, they're engaging, breaking down complex topics into bite-sized, understandable pieces. It's like having a math expert in your home, available anytime. And it's not about memorizing facts. It's about truly understanding math concepts. The kind of understanding that sticks with them, not just until the next test, but for life. Plus, the flexibility is unbeatable. Whether you're homeschooling or supplementing after-school learning, CTC Math fits into your schedule, not the other way around. Why not take the leap? Visit ctcmath.com today and start your free trial. Discover how a comprehensive curriculum can challenge your child's perspective on math. It's time to give them the tools they need to succeed. That's ctcmath.com. Hey friends and welcome. My name is Felice Gerwitz and today we are going to talk about a great start to your homeschool day. This is episode 565 and you can find today's show notes at vintagehomeschoolmoms.com. Well, whether it's day 1, day 21, or day 101, each homeschool day offers a fresh start. And over the years, I've learned that our attitude shapes how the day begins and ultimately how it ends. Our children pick up on our cues, whether we like it or not, and sometimes we feel that pressure. It's important to keep that in mind, and a positive mindset can set the tone for a productive and joyful day. But you're asking, okay, Felice, how do I get there? Well, I begin each day with prayer, praising God for having a way of turning my day around. I keep that mental praise going even when I don't feel like it, and especially when I'm not thankful. For example, today I took a glass off of a coaster, a specially made coaster that was glass that my sister-in-law sent my husband with some family pictures. And yes, that coaster fell on the ground and it broke into a million pieces. But I thanked God anyway. And why did I thank Him? Because the picture was still intact. We can thank God even when we don't feel like it, especially when everything appears to be going south. I think you know what I mean. As moms, we carry many burdens and we wear many hats, but praising God is a sure way, and I guarantee it because I've done it so many times, to get your day off to a good start. So once you get that mental gym work done, what about the physical heavy lifting, which is what we do each school day? And gosh, I almost forgot to give a shout out to our sponsor, and that is ctcmath.com. Yes, they are an amazing math company, and I can attest to it because my grandchildren are now using it and love it. So visit ctcmath.com, and it's our sponsors that allow me to bring you this episode as well as all the others on the Ultimate Homeschool Podcast Network for free. And we've got some great new podcasters lined up for all of you to listen to and bookmark their shows. Okay, it's time for Homeschool Day Reality Check. How do you conduct your homeschool day? Do you have routines, a schedule, or some other method to navigate your homeschool day? If your days feel chaotic, consider revising or implementing a structure that you currently are using. Routines have always worked really well for me, but I know some people that just have to have a structured schedule. And I did in a way. I had academic classes that were tailored to my children's grade levels, and they had a checkoff sheet that included what they needed to accomplish each day alongside weekly goals. Checklists are incredibly helpful for staying organized and ensuring the process, and you can find some useful printable planners at mediaangels.com/store, and I've put the link in the show notes for you to find some of the planners that are available and will help support your homeschool journey. But sometimes blending that routine for flexibility and schedules for accountability can really help, and it makes for a balanced day that suits your family. You can start each morning with intention, with prayer, and watch how small changes can transform your homeschool experience into one that's both effective and enjoyable. But how do we do that? Well, just for fun, I've created a quick self-evaluation for you to take. Typically, I'm not a fan of quizzes or tests, but we require our kids to do them at times, don't we? This is going to help you figure out where you can improve your day, and with improvement comes success, happiness for a job well done, and for me, a sense of accomplishment. Many times we struggle without putting our finger on the why behind the problem. The day's not going well, but why is that? And we don't have time to sit back and analyze. So if you can, take a few minutes and let's go through this assessment. And in this way, taking this quick test, you're going to figure out what you can do incrementally to create a well-run homeschool day. No promises, but here we go. So, what do you do? This is a true or false quiz, and it helps you to assess your daily structure. Answer honestly. Do not overthink. Whatever your first answer is, stay with it. Because the great news is you can do this multiple times throughout the year and just see how you're doing. So you're going to answer honestly based on your typical day to determine if it's chaotic, scheduled, routine-based, rigid, overscheduled, or working well. So you ready? True or false for each of the following questions, and there's 20 of them. If you're listening in the car or on a walk or whatever it is you're doing, don't worry about it. I have it in the show notes, and you can go to vintagehomeschoolmoms.com, look for the podcast, A Great Start to Your Homeschool Day, episode 565, and it will come up in the search feature on the website. All right, here we go. Number 1, my homeschool day often starts late due to rushing. True or false? Number 2, I follow a fixed timetable for subjects. For example, math from 9 to 10. Number 3, we have consistent habits like morning chores before lessons, but I adjust the times. Number 4, I stick to the schedule even if interruptions like a child's question arises. Number 5, our day is packed with back-to-back activities, lessons, and errands. Number 6, mornings feel productive and calm, setting a positive tone. Number 7, unexpected events like spills or tantrums derail the entire day. Number 8, I use daily checklists for academic goals completed at my kids' pace. Number 9, we have flexible learning blocks, but the order stays consistent. Number 10, plans change, like skipping a subject, and if that happens, it makes me anxious. Number 11, afternoons feel exhausting from too many co-op sports or all of the extra things we plan. Number 12, our homeschool rhythm allows time for work and for fun. Number 13, I often skip subjects due to no clear plan. Number 14, we set and track weekly goals with planners or apps. Number 15, daily rituals like reading aloud after lunch keep things steady. Number 16, I rarely deviate from the agenda even for teachable moments. Number 17, we cram in multiple subjects and outings, leaving no downtime. Number 18, I feel satisfied daily that we've accomplished what matters. Number 19, mornings are unpredictable with kids scattered and no clear start. Number 20, we have a structured outline but include buffers for flexibility. Okay, how did you do? Count the true answers for each category. The category with the most true responses likely describes your homeschool day. Below are explanations and suggestions inspired by homeschool practices like routines, schedules, and checklists. So, the chaotic day, that means you answered questions 1, 7, 13, and 19, 3 or more of them, as true. Your day lacks structure because of stress. So, some suggestions are start with simple routines like a fixed morning start. And use checklists, such as the ones I've created, or create your own, for organization, which sets a positive tone with the entire family. One of the things that I would recommend too is you get your kids on board, especially if they're a little bit older. If they're younger, it's not quite as easy. But if they're a little bit older, get the kids on board and have them buy in and explain to them that it's going to free up time if you can get your schedule a little bit more organized. Do you have a scheduled day? Well, if you answered questions 2, 8, and 14, 2 or more of them true, then you have a predictable academic timetable. So what does this mean? Well, it means that you might need to add a little bit of flexibility with weekly goals alongside daily slots. You can use grade appropriate checklists for planning, or you can blend in routines for non-academic tasks if it's not strict as far as having a time base. I know some of you really like to be scheduled, and being scheduled is good, and just making sure that you add a little bit of flexibility is always great. Are you routine-based like I am? If you answered questions 3, 9, and 15, in other words, 2 or more true, your day flows with adaptable habits. Some of the suggestions are to enhance it with light scheduling for core subjects, and I did this as well. You can use core charts or goal sheets, and that includes breaks to avoid burnout. And a lot of times we didn't add breaks because the kids were trying to get done before noon, which didn't always happen the older they got. But if you add breaks, it makes it a lot easier. Do you have a rigid day? Well, if you answered questions 4, 10, and 16 true, then your structure may be too inflexible. You may want to add some buffers, for example, 15 minutes of flex time, or shift to routines for daily habits. Keeping schedules for academics is fine, and then maybe have some routines for other things. And deviations are opportunities to set some priorities and also be able to have conversation with the children if they're excited about a subject or want to ask more questions. What about an overscheduled day? Well, if you answered questions 5, 11, and 17 as true, then your day is packed and it's going to be at some point overload and you're risking exhaustion. So one of the things I suggest is to cut some non-essentials and add some downtime routines like quiet reading or, again, using planners to streamline your day. Once you get down to a working routine. It makes things so much easier without being overpacked or overstressed. Well, did you answer questions 6, 12, and 18, and 20 as true? That means you've got a working well day. Congratulations, your day is balanced and enjoyable. I didn't get that score either, so don't feel bad if you didn't. You can maintain it with a monthly review and combine reviews with light schedules, share positive cues with the kids, and explore, some other options or tools that you can use in your homeschool. If your answers are mixed, then you have more of a hybrid approach. And you can look at your routines for flow, schedules for academics, and checklists for accountability. You can take this quiz, like I said, at different times of the year, so bookmark this podcast to review another time. Next week, we're going to tackle the fine-tuning your homeschool day, balancing structure with flexibility. This will build on today's topics with some quick takeaways to help you in your busy day, and it will help you run a smoother homeschool day. Take care, everyone, and God bless. And I hope you guys got something valuable out of this podcast. If you would, share it with a friend, and also check out the MediaAngels.com website. If you go to the store, we have some wonderful products, books, curriculum, some novels, and things that you will enjoy and that will help you in your busy homeschool life. So take care, everyone. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Vintage Homeschool Mom Show. Visit Felice at MediaAngels.com and theVintageHomeschoolMoms.com. Vintage Homeschool Moms is a production of the Ultimate Homeschool Radio Network.